Shalom. I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to you, brothers, laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Coming at you with a lesson, Lord willing, is edifying. And last night, the AP released a story, regarding information on the latest Pentagon report of the so-called UFOs, which we know as the chariots of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, right? The vehicle that the Lord has chosen to destroy and to save, right? And I want to play this video and get a couple precepts, and Lord willing, is edifying, because these things have been hidden. Matter of fact, real quick, let's get this real quick, and then we'll play the video. Luke chapter 8. Okay? Luke chapter 8 and verse 17. It reads, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." So all these things are being revealed in this time. Okay? The closer and closer we get to the end, the closer and closer things are going to be made manifest. Matter of fact, let's get one more precept. Right? Habakkuk chapter 2, and we get to the point, verse 3. "For the vision is yet for an appointed time," see? "But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Okay, and these prophecies are coming to pass. Okay, and the chariots are revealing themselves. So much so that they can't hold this information back anymore. Alright, let's play the video.
UAPs and UFOs, we're talking about basically the same broad thing of these objects that pilots have episodically seen and not been able to explain. And so this report, which is still being finalized, this report finds there isn't a definitive explanation for around 120 reported incidents of UFOs. It also finds, according to one of the officials that we spoke to, that there's no evidence that these phenomena are from secret U.S. programs, which has been a hypothesis that people have long speculated about. And it doesn't establish a definitive link to extraterrestrial life or alien life, but it doesn't rule it out either. So basically, we're in the same place we always were before this report, which is people who believe in UFOs will find something to hold on to. People who are skeptical about UFOs will find something to hold on to. But the fact remains that this is a national security concern, and it's being taken seriously by all elements of government.
I think what we're seeing here is kind of an overlap of public interest butting up against the secrecy wall of the military. The military simply doesn't want to talk about things like this because they are active investigations into unidentified objects that go into airspace. If there's an airspace incursion, that's a real issue that needs to get looked into. And of course, we have very, very real issues now with drones. And increasingly other nations and other bad actors are going to be using drones to try to get into our airspace to spy on us and possibly even attack us. So that's something that needs to be dealt with. But people are conflating this issue with the idea that these UFOs demonstrate amazing physics and possibly even aliens. I mean, that's a more extreme interpretation, but the idea that this is some kind of secret warp drive or it's defying physics as we know it, there really isn't any good evidence for that. And if you look at the videos do not support that advanced physics argument.
I'm not saying there's no aliens anywhere in the universe. That's a separate question from have they come here? Are they out there? Have they come here? They're probably out there. They probably haven't come here. That's my conclusion, although we have no evidence one way or the other for either of those questions. But you can then kind of do a probability estimate of, these three hypotheses, mundane, prosaic video effects, camera effects, lenses, balloons, and so on. Russian, Chinese assets, which we know it can't be because no one can be that far ahead of us. That's not how it works. Or aliens. And in terms of skeptical principles, just remember, before you say something is out of this world, first make sure it's not in this world. So let's not jump to extraordinary claims until we have the ordinary ones ruled out. And then the ECRI principle, we call it, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Well, guess what? We have the extraordinary evidence through the scriptures. Okay? And why did this guy say that it's a national security threat? Well, that's biblical. Let's go get it. And they should be in fear. They should be in fear because of all the wickedness that they've done. Excuse me. Right? This is Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits. The breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Right? Then we read in 2nd Ezra 13 where he seen the mountain that Yahawah had flew upon, and it was so big that it covered the sky. He thought it was a actual mountain from a range of mountains on the earth, but he couldn't see where it was clay from. That's how big this chariot is going to be. Again, he said, verse 3, Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stealeth, right, shall be cut off on this side according to it. And every one that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Who's the biggest stealer? Who actually swears on the Bible? It's Esau Edom, man. The so-called white man. All right? And guess what? These chariots are made to enter into the house of the thief. Right? And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts. Yeah, the Lord of armies, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. See? And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. So yeah, the Lord's coming back with concentrated laser fire, man. And there's nothing that they're going to be able to do to combat this. Matter of fact, real quick, let's go to the book of Isaiah. Okay? And that's why these devils are in such fear, man. Because the words of the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, are coming to pass. They're being made manifest. Right? Oh, look at that. The Most High's vengeance on the nations. Why? For the controversy of Zion. Right? Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in its apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. See? As Yahawah coming where? To the house of the thief. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Basically, these are metaphors or similitudes for how much death the Lord is going to bring when he comes, right? I have tried the winepress alone, see, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Again, it's a metaphor, because the slain of the Lord, what shall be many, right? For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. You see? So at the same time, those chariots coming destroying, they're going to be coming saving also. It's the ways that the Lord has set this thing up. And it's beautifully done, where everything is going to be revealed in its time. Right? Staying in the book of Isaiah. I want to go to Isaiah. Is it 34? Let's go. Again, the Most High's wrath against the nations, right? This is Isaiah chapter 34. I'm going to start at the top. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham, is upon all nations, and his fury upon their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. You see? So it's Yahawah Bahasham who's going to send his son back in the midst of World War III, all right, in the midst of those ICBM missiles flying, right, to zap with concentrated fire the wicked that's left, and to save the elect, right? It says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. You see that? It says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, the ICBM missiles, right? And all the hosts shall fall down as the leaf falling from the vine, and as the falling fig from a fig tree. You see that? For my sword, see, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down. See, that's an aerial attack. It shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is what? Just the Greek way of saying Edom. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. You see that? And who is the people of Yahweh's curse to judgment? Well, it's the Edomites, man. The so-called white man, the one who has perpetuated wickedness upon the whole planet Earth, man. That's why he has to be put away. Let's go to Revelation. We'll close it out there. All right. It wasn't meant to be too long. Straight into the point. Revelation chapter 11. And I'm going to start at... I'm going to start at 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And then, guess what? We're in the midst of that right now. All right, the Lord has sent out his word through men he has selected in the earth, the correct doctrine. And guess what? Those certain spirits have heard the word of living water, the spirit of life, right? It says, verse 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And that's the chronological order. You're not going to have anybody going up in the chairs who don't know, about the chairs, man. Okay? Who doesn't know the correct doctrine of Yahawah Bahasham. That's not going to happen that way. So when it says come up hither, guess what? Those certain spirits are going to be called up into heaven. You're going to hear Kwam Yasharala, right? And they ascended up to heaven. Again, it's going to be an aerial escape as an aerial destruction. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. See that? And the same hour there was a great earthquake. Yeah, those ICBM missiles, right? And the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Yeah, a complete number of men, right? And the remnant were afraid, going up in those chariots, and gave glory to the power of heaven. You see? Verse 14. It says, the second woe is past. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly. This is referring to the battle of Armageddon in the scriptures, right? Or World War III, as we call it. Okay? That's what these chariots are going to do, man. Yeah, you should be in fear, Esau. You should fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, right? That's going to be it for the lesson. Lord will has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Qadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone who rule well, teach well. Lord willing, coming to you a lesson. Till the next time I say, Shalom.